I don't know if my microphone is transmitting right now while the Abandon Hope All Ye Who Enter Here screen is up. But if it is, type in the chat. Let me know that you're here. I have found a much better way. I'm following Twitter actively. I'm following Twitch chat actively. So if you want to reach me, if you want to call me, or no, call me, beep me if you want to reach me. And by that I mean Twitch chat and Twitter exclusively. If you do any other thing, you'll have my personal information, and that'll be creepy. Depending on who you are, it might not be creepy. Maybe it's not creepy if it's you. Yes, you. Not you. Not you. Not you. So, while you are watching this, oh crap, it looks like I'm dropping frames left and right. Probably because my internet sucks. Alright. I'm gonna put up a tweet real quick. Okay. So we've got 2 more minutes. I don't know if the microphone is still transmitting, even though it's on this scene. I don't think it is. It probably isn't. If it is, and you're watching, hey, how are you? Let me know. Let me know in the Twitch chat. Boop. I switched over to another scene. You should be able to see me and hear me. I don't know if you can, but I sure hope you can. Gentle viewer, you have approached the point of no return. There is no coming back from this. If you can hear me, and if everything's going alright, if it's not dropping frames all over the place, just looking at that tiny corner with my face in it, give me a shout out. Let me know in the Twitch chat, and I will let you know what's going on. Is there a weird sound? Is there a really weird sound in... Here, let me mess with the sound a little bit. Unfortunately, there's like a 30-second delay between what I'm actually saying and what is actually being streamed. So, we might have to find some way to fix that. That might be with my internet. That might be several different problems, because one of the goals that I want to do with this streaming show is to really interact with people. Like, I want to find ways to interact on Twitch that other streamers aren't doing, other than just like, oh, someone made a comment, haha, that was a funny joke, but like actually having discussions and doing things like that. But that might be difficult, which is why we're doing a test run and not just starting out of the blue, not knowing anything. So if you are on the stream, please let me know in the Twitch chat, and then we will get going. We will get going. And I want to know the quality of the stream over on your end, if possible. Oh boy. Oh, I bumped a microphone. Remember, you can say, I was there when he was a bumbling buffoon, and nothing looked good. Okay. Anyone on the stream? If there is anyone on the stream, please holla at me. On the Twitch chat. And otherwise, we'll get going. Hopefully, things look okay. And if they don't, well, that's what we're doing this test for. That is what we're doing this test for. Any luck? Anyone on the stream? Wow, I am dropping frames left and right. It looks like I've dropped 56% of my frames? 57% of my frames? That's really bad, right? That's really bad. So, jeez. I'm dropping a lot of frames. Alright, hang on.
M for mature. Fight! Extend the combat to your mobile devices.
Oh, crap. Well, this is embarrassing.
Extend the combat to your mobile devices.
Oh, crap. Well, this is embarrassing. Trust me?
Extend the combat to your mobile devices.
Oh, crap. Well, this is embarrassing. Trust me? Okay. You know what? Yeah, you know what? So, I'd like to know what the sound is like for all of you out there in TV land. I'd like to know many things. I'd like to know why they all left and why they went away. But I suppose I shall never know. Hello, my name is Kyle Meeks, or Think Tanker Meeksman, or the Think Tanker on Twitter. I recently received a tax return, and I bought 400,000 dead birds. I've been mailing them to the people in my life that I love. Unfortunately, I have 399,987 birds left. It seems I don't have enough room in my heart. Not since the incident. You have the misfortune of watching Crossing the Streams, a streaming show about weird games for weird people. So that's an intro that I'm working on, but I don't think anyone's watching right now, so no one saw that. As soon as we get one person on the stream, we'll get going. Till then, if you're watching, please hit the Twitch chat and let me know what's going on. Hello, Twitch users. I'm lonely, but that's not new anymore. Run Sunset. We'll just have this running in the background. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Kitty Horror Show, I love your games. Yep, there we go. Alright. Please let me know about the sound, whether or not things are choppy, if things are making sense. That's what this is for. And that's what I want to figure out. I know I'm going the wrong way. But, oh gosh. So there's something immediately eerie about... Oh, wait. Is that closer than it was before? Did that move? Did you move, you little triangle? You little pyramid? Oh, I love you, pyramid. I love every pyramid. Not every pyramid. So, you look immediately up, and you can see just the silhouettes of these giant spider-like trees. And there's just something instantly unnerving about something so tall and thin and pointy. I don't know, maybe it's just that I've been stabbed by spider legs too many times playing video games. But it's instantly eerie. Instantly. If anyone is on the stream, if you are on the stream, please Oh, I almost touched it. Am I ready to touch it? I'm not ready to touch it. Tell me about. Oh man, I like the glare off of that. So one of the funny things when you start this game up, you have like the graphic options. You can set it to like certain graphic options, and the only option is red. So you look up at the sky, and man, that's just beautiful. That is just beautiful. Doop, 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 doop. Oh, you don't pick it up, or do you? With these we shall flourish. Our village will be the jewel of the mesa. Oh, I'm getting a Cheers vibe. I'm getting vibes. I'm wandering around the artifacts of a dead city again. And oh, it is beautiful. Because it's just desolate. It's just completely desolate. Once again, if anyone is on the stream, or if the stream is not working correctly, you can hit me up on Twitter or on Twitch. Oh. Our village is destroyed. Ah! If you're on Twitch, please let me know. If you're watching, let me know. Would like to know. I can't do a streaming show without you. Well, I can. And to be fair, I have done so in the past. It's not really that big a deal, but... Man. Ah! I love being able to fall and not die in games. I love that. Alright. Now streaming. If you're on the chat, let me know. Tell me what the quality's like on your end. Yeah, that would be helpful. That's part of the purpose of this test. Eventually, this show will grow to be... Oh, wait, did I even come up here? Or is this another one? Yes, I did come up here. But I got too scared. Okay. Hey. Oop. Ooh. Ah, I love the jump controls. Anyone on Twitch? Anybody watching? Can I climb the trees? No. So one of the things I love most about Cheers is that there's some sections where you have to take a leap of faith, and oh man, how big is this place? It's pretty big. A lot bigger than it appears initially. Ooh. We worshipped our gods and we built houses that looked like them. Alright, if you are on the stream, if you are watching, let me know. I'd like to know what the quality's like, if there's anything that needs tweaking, if my voice is coming in garbled or crackly, or if the game's music volume isn't loud enough, although it's very quiet right now, you can really only hear the wind. Hit me up. Hit me up on the Twitch chat, and let me know what's going on, because I need to know. That's the purpose of today's stream. Although, that's okay. That is okay. That is okay. Oh gosh! Now you can hear that, right? Can you? I don't want to get too close to it. I'd rather die. Oh, I can't die. Oh, I'm already in hell. Not really. Yes, I am just waiting. I am waiting to see if someone will get on. I know that's kind of lame, but oh. Oh, I can climb all the way up the top. Gotta get over there. Over there. There's lots of spires. Lots of stuff going on here. This is really creepy. Whoop. Boink. Is anyone on? Is anyone watching the stream? Is anyone watching the stream? I think I will check. I don't think anyone's watching the stream. Which is a bummer. Which is a super bummer.
Old Spice has let in an internet
Old
chat room
Spice.
controlled an actual human man live for 3 days in these woods. Just these regular, boring, natural woods. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Definitely not Brockton stage woods designed exclusively by Old Spice for humour. There's clearly not thousands of dollars worth of nacho machines and animal costumes hiding around every corner of these woods to be explored.
Just plain old woods. Get in those woods.
Internet
Oh,
chat room
Spice.
controlled an actual human man live for 3 days in these woods. Just these regular, boring, natural.
So,
Nothing out of the
I'm going
ordinary
to do
here.
this real quick.
Stage woods designed
Is my microphone screwing up? Is it really bad?
Not thousands of dollars worth of nacho machines and animal costumes hiding around every corner of these woods to be explored.
Just plain old woods. Get in those woods.
Oh, Spice. So, I'm going to do this real quick. Is my microphone screwing up? Is it really bad? There's something weird with my mic. I have determined there's something weird with my mic. So, we're going to have to fix that. Hey boy, what a mess. What a mess. I've got no idea what I'm doing, and I'm definitely not doing it correctly. What a mess I've made of my life and myself. So, while I try and figure out this stuff with the microphone, please... Ooh. What is it? What is it that's... Huh. This is weird. I don't know what's going on, but it's weird. You know what? Hang on. I'll bet that if I turn the audio that I've got set up on the webcam source, if I turn that off, I'll just get one. So I'm going to test that. Properties. No. No audio input device. From this. Click OK. And I think that might fix the problem. I'm gonna open Twitch back up. Once again, if you are watching the stream, you know what? I should just put up here. I'm gonna put up a text that says, I'm gonna make this place your home. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah! Oh, I jumped back into the game on accident. Not that it was an accident. I would like to really play the game, but I want to make sure that anybody is watching the chat. And if you are watching the chat, let me know how it's looking from your end. Okay, so, hey, Kitty Horror Show is on the stream. Gosh, I have been screwing up all over the place, fixing some Twitch stuff, but that's what the test run is for. Hopefully we'll be moving into actually playing, and Kitty Horror Show, now that you're on, honestly, I probably will. I'm just testing some things real quick to make sure they're fixed. Order move to top. If you're watching, I need to edit that and set the scroll speed to like 40. Okay, so I just officially got that ding. In fact, you probably heard that ding. I'm gonna need to find some way to not have that ding go. But that was me looking at the chat and getting a notification, and that 2 people are now watching the chat. So welcome to Crossing the Streams. Slightly quiet. Okay, let's see if I can fix that. Okay, settings, audio. Okay, so let's... Nope, that's audio. I think the stream is Is it dropping frames? Is it lagging really bad? I have watched it while I was streaming and noticed like a 20-30 second delay from when I did something to when it happened on the screen. So that's kind of a big thing. But that's why we're doing a test run to see if we can make this work. I'd like to make a streaming show that's super weird. It is probably my awful Wi-Fi, which is something I will probably need to fix. Okay. Oh, I turned off. If you are joining us now, thank you for watching Crossing the Streams, a weird streaming show. Several pauses between smooth video. Okay. Then, has my microphone bumped up at all, and is it sounding any better? Or should I just move the microphone closer to me? Although that's probably, I'm going to bump it if I do that. Maybe I should just talk louder. Maybe I should just talk louder. Oh, geez. Now actual people are on the show, and this is... So, just to let everybody know, this is a test run for a streaming show. I'd like to make a regular thing in the future, but I'm figuring out all the kinks of streaming before we can make it a thing. So, bear with me. Okay, good. The volume's fixed. All right. There we go. So, welcome to the episode 0, possibly the first of many episode zeros, of Crossing the Streams. Crossing the Streams. That was probably a little bit too light. Yep. Now we're just going to, you have a very quality voice. A very radio show worthy voice. My voice is my best asset. And I kind of want to make this, streaming show almost like, you know how at midnight you have those really weird radio talk shows where the host knows only 10 people are listening, and he's got this chill voice, and he like takes really personal requests and like talks to people and has relationships. I want to make this. I want to make a late night weird after dark streaming show. Not necessarily like adult content after dark, but a streaming show where everyone can get together. I also kind of want to put in this weird vibe. I like weird a lot, and basically there's not enough weird. I want to mess with the format of streaming shows and let's plays and everything. So this is Crossing the Streams. Crossing the Streams, the weird streaming show about weird games for really weird people. Thank you for listening. Let's get the party truly started. All right. I am actually going to restart because I picked up one of the triangles already. So let's get the pure natural experience and open this up again. By the way, we are playing Sunset. Oh gosh, now I'm going to really embarrass myself. It's Sunset Spirit Steel. One of the things that I think is the funniest about this game, when it pops up to play it, you have a graphics quality setting, and the graphics quality setting has one option, red. And you'll see why here in a moment. We are entering the world of Sunset Spirit Steel, and graphics quality red is the best way to describe that. So I'm going to cut the weird voice, and let's get the show on the road. I love you guys. Alright, I'm putting the Twitch chat closer to my screen so that I can see it a little bit better. And we'll get this show started. You guys are great. Thank you for sticking with me. This is a weird project. And I have an intro prepared because I'm messing with format. We'll take questions and have discussions kind of at the end. But here we go. Hello, my name is Kyle Meeks, or Think Tanker Meeksman, or the Think Tanker on Twitter. I recently got a tax return and bought 400,000 dead birds. I've been mailing the dead birds to every single person in my life that I love. I have 399 8,987 birds left. It seems there's just not enough room in my heart for that many people. Not since the incident. You are walking through the crimson forest that is crossing the streams. Welcome. It's a weird streaming show about weird games for weird people. And then I would hold up an audio cassette recorder to the microphone that would play the theme song and then start with the next bit. So that's kind of what I want. The birds were found dead from chemtrails. I guess they were killed by humans. But yeah, just dead birds, just dead birds. Just, you know how it goes. I know, I'm sorry. I know. It was a bad intro. It was a bad start. Bad start for the show. But that's kind of the creepy, weird vibe I want to go with. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so that's a weird... Today we are streaming Sunset Spirit Steel by Kitty Horror Show, who's a friend of mine. I've streamed Chirza, her other game, in the past, and I really liked it. And so I'm going to be streaming more weird games. More games by her. This is the beginning. Don't be jealous. You don't have to be. Alright. So immediately I'm just taken in by how much I love the spindly architecture here. So there's something really sinister to be said about something really tall and really thin. Because, I already get, like, the feeling of spiders and spider webs and just this really discomforting feeling just looking at it. Oh, it's Chirza. Okay, good. I have always wondered if I got that wrong. And I know, I couldn't remember if you told me if it was right or wrong. So, I'll just pat myself on the back and here we go. But so... Honestly, looking at it, I feel like this exists in the same universe as Dust City a little bit. I feel like this is some other world. And maybe that's it. Maybe all the games are just doors in the Dust City, and you come into them and find things. But that's an idea for another time. So, I'm looking at the pyramid. Alright, here we go. With these we shall flourish. Our village will be the jewel of the mesa. So I'm walking around an abandoned village. The jewel of the mesa. People who wanted to exalt themselves and were picking up pyramids of power that they did not understand. You immediately get the feeling you're walking through a graveyard or through somewhere abandoned. And abandoned spaces are cool, right? Because you look around and you can look at every time you look in an abandoned space, you find things that were left behind, like these spindly little windmills, or these barren trees, or these houses that almost look like they look like the pyramids. And if the pyramids were what they were finding and building to explore or to make themselves the jewel of the mesa, they basically were worshipping them, and they created homes that were the dead bodies of their gods, or shaped like the dead bodies of their gods. Or that could be just looking into it. But I'll pick up another one. Damn the sage. His suspicious mewling would feed our hungry bones to the soil. So who am I? Am I a member of this village? In Chirza, you start out as the last person of your tribe. But I feel like I've just stumbled upon this, and I will simply be a silent witness to all that has happened and gone before. The sage was suspicious. Ooh. It's singing to me. Oh, and it slowed down. It spins faster the closer you get to it? Oh boy. Are these the inhabitants? Is this what became of them? I don't know. Is there anything over here? Can you walk? You can walk to the top and look out. Press the right mouse button and you'll zoom in. There's something over there. And on the other side of the ridge, there's more houses. That's weird. Am I missing a button? I don't think I am. Choose the left when a choice is placed before you. Nope, nothing over here. Although this place is much bigger than I first thought it was. It looks like... yeah. It looks like it's much larger than I first thought it was. Alright, we'll come around here. Ooh, what? That sound. It sounded like something moving. Oh, it must be that thing. Ugh. That even has little legs. I could totally see that as being some kind of head crab or some... ooh, boy. Oh, man, it is really terrifying that these react to me getting close to them, but I have no idea how they're reacting or what they're doing. And oh my goodness, Bitdefender... I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can't. But I just got a pop-up on my screen that told me I needed to do something with my viruses. Well, let's get my sound. I'm sorry, my microphone. My microphone's working great, but my headphones are... Okay, then I will just pass you by. Or were those the things that the sage was worried about that they were collecting? They returned with another, and they howled louder when they were brought close together, as though they were calling out to one another, screaming or maybe laughing. Maybe I can pick them up and bring them close together. They understood our avarice, honed it into knives, and through our own hands hunted us. I would love to hear a song you finished as well. Oh boy. I'm pretty sure that these were the things they found. Because when I... oh, am I one of them? Maybe that's why they're howling and getting closer together. Oh, man. The way that they sing to me is just... it's otherworldly. See, this is one of the things I love about Kitty Horror Show. She creates these digital landscapes that are just somewhere else. Like, a lot of games take you to alien worlds and different places, but none like this. This is just so different and so, I don't know, so powerful. There's just something to it. And I've played on Alien Worlds in games a lot, but they've never felt truly alien the way that Kitty Horror Show's worlds do. As if I do not belong there. I don't belong here. Looking at this red sunset. Things are coming to an end. I'm coming to an end, probably. My breath is being sapped, is hardening my thoughts, watching me die and celebrating. Oh man, I love glitchy sounds. Oh gosh. So these things, they used our greed and our deception and our fallen nature, or the villagers' fallen nature, to corrupt them, as if they needed any help. Oh gosh. And those, are those the hardened thoughts, the last screams made flesh, made crystal, of each brain as their minds died before their fallen masters? Oh jeez. Okay, I can see. That was the path I didn't take, and there's one over there that I'm... Oh no! Oh gosh. I'm glad I didn't die. What have you done? What do you need my forgiveness for? I feel it observing me. Its singing is ceaseless. I wish I had never agreed to keep it. Okay. Ah! Just jumps right out at you. You could see why someone would be enthralled by that. And it's funny that we use words like enthralled and captivated when we're focused on something. That thing is truly stealing our attention. The attention that could be spent elsewhere, it is forcing us to spend it here. Stealing it from us and spending it on itself. Oh gosh, these songs are beautiful and dreadful. Like all of Kitty Horror Show's work. Beautiful and full of dread. Not dreadful in the sense that you don't like them. Dreadful in the sense that they fill you with dread. Oh, stealing. Sorry, reading the chat? Oh, Kitty Horror Show, you're great. Alright, well, there's one down there. Geronimo. So there's no, none of those artifacts in this house. Not over here. Maybe this is the sage's house. Lived apart from the village a little bit and, stayed away. Where's Papa? Where did these walls come from? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! Oh, shoot! Oh, gosh! They got me. Oh man. I thought there were still things to collect. Oh man. Oh gosh. I gotta play that again. I want to play that again. So, real quick, humor me. We're going to play it again. Run. Settings, red, display. Don't apologize, it was good. Alright, let's try this again. I'm going to speedrun it. You've never seen a Kitty Horror Show game speedrunned. With these we shall flourish. Our village will be the jewel of the mesa. That's the village elder. I made up a voice for him. Which is just me being pompous and grand. Oh man, I am so pompous and grand. There are two words to describe me. It's pompous and grand. Pompous and grand. Forgive me. I will forgive you. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go get the one that I got killed next to. Does the one that's closest to you start hunting you? Ooh, I gotta find out. I gotta find out. I gotta find out. I gotta find out. I love short, little, beautiful, terrifying games like this. Another one of my favorite games is The Rapture is Here and You Will Be Forcibly Removed from Your Soul. Where's Papa? Where did these walls come from? See, that's the funny thing, because they're like, oh, it's the jewel of the mesa, but you're like, you're not in a mesa, you're in the middle of a, you know, you've got walls surrounding you. So let's get on top of the walls, right? But we can't, I don't think. There's probably no way to do that. No self-respecting, terrible horror that consumes the souls of men and women alike would really put up walls that could be defeated. They're just too uncaring for that. Why would they do that? Hello! I think the final one shows up if you've read all the others. I think that's true. Oh, was that thing not... I thought the one that got me was the same as the blue one. They returned with another. They howled louder when they were brought close together, as though they were calling out to one another. Oh, you are scary. You are a scary boy. Come and get me. Oh wait, did I just pick this one up? They understood our avarice, honed it into knives, and through our own hands hunted us. My breath is being sapped. It is hardening my thoughts, watching me die and celebrating. Hey Glitch. Hey Glitch Sounds. I love you. Last one's over there and over there. And there's a thing up there. Whoop! You know, just jumping off a cliff, as you do. One thing that, oh gosh, that's a nice jump. I like that jump a lot. Damn the sage! His suspicious mewling would feed our hungry bones to the soil. They love you. I think the final one... Yes, they do love you. See, that's the thing. Especially in science fiction, we think that life beyond the stars or other forms of life that we're not used to, we expect to see them in a certain form. We expect to see them organic and possibly humanoid, and they will likely, you know, not attack each other as a form of greeting or, you know, all of these different things. But gosh, we just don't know. So when you run into these things that would genuinely just consume the world because they love you. I think this is the last one, which means up here is the closest artifact. And this is the one that jumped out and scared me. It's Mr. Blue. I love your song, Mr. Blue. I love it. So, if I pick this one up, does Mr. Blue come get me? And should I run to him? I will run to you. I feel it observing me. Its singing is ceaseless. I wish I had never agreed to keep it. Up, here we go. Oh gosh. Oh, yep, it does come close to you, the closest one! Ah! Oh man. Yes, I agree that the #1 coolest thing about Kitty Horror Show's games is that the major fear factor doesn't stem from entities, but from structures. And that's true with Cheers as well. Just, you think about, the pyramid is turning people into these giant structures, and it's this huge coliseum, it's this huge stairwell, and you're just like, what thing, what creatures could have use for these monuments? Are they monuments? Are they practical? Oh my goodness, the thing that uses this must be huge. And then you look over at the pyramid, and the pyramid just stands there, and you're like, what do you want from us? What are you doing to us? And we don't usually think as inanimate objects as alive, and when they do come alive for us, for humans, that's scary. That's really scary. As also shown in Sunset Spirit Steel, because these things that don't interact, they spin faster and they sing to you, but they seem like permanent fixtures, right? When you're playing the game. And then they come after you. These things that you've been freely walking around, that you actually have kind of started to feel comfortable with. And then suddenly, you've learned everything that you need to know to be afraid. And that's when they come and get you. And that is scary. That's scary. Really good. Really, really good. Also, the architecture in Kitty Horror Show's games is always good. It is always, always good. So, let's move on real quick to the second portion of today's show. We are going to be having ourselves a little chat. Having ourselves a little chat. And what better way to have a conversation than over a campfire? If it's working. Crap, I don't think it's working. So you can hear a fire, but you can't see it. And that's me being a monkey baboon that's playing the bongo drums, but you can't see it. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Goodness gracious, things are falling apart. Maybe connection problems. It's got to be something with my sourcing. Let's see. If watching, then campfire. I will... Properties. This is an entire window. Okay. And hopefully that'll work. Nope, doesn't look like it. Then I will delete that source and add new. Remove that source. Add a new source. We'll get a window capture. This will be campfire. This is campfire. There we go. Ah, yes. There we go. And now I will put the webcam back, and you can look at my face. So, let's chat, shall we? I thought that this game would be great to chat over, because it's a game that's just two people, you know, spending time over a campfire. And one of the things that is cool about this is that you can play music. No, but the idea here is so that while we're having ourselves a little chat here on the stream, we can be chatting over a campfire that's also a game, and you know, occasionally just goof off a little bit. One of the things that I want to do with this show is not only just play weird games and be weird like I did with that intro, or just strange things. I also want to, one, bring in people who are on the stream watching it and kind of talk to them, have a discussion, instead of, because let's face it, I would love to think that I'm a games criticism genius, but I'm not. I have written a few things, but I'm not really great. Oh, by the way, sorry, this is Campfire by, oh goodness, I have it here. Where are you, README? It's Campfire by, oh gosh. Now I can't even remember the artist. Well, let me remedy that immediately. This is a game called Campfire, and I'm going to search for it. And, it's by Florian DCP. So yeah, in fact, I'll just tweet that real quick. I actually don't know his, contact me on Twitter. There you are. Alright, Florian. I am going to tweet at you real quick, or I'm just going to mention him real quick, just so that he can kind of get some credit here. Now streaming Campfire, while the wonderful people on the Crossing the Streams chat and I chat over the campfire about the future of the show. Oh, no, just chat over the campfire and then Twitch link. Yeah, I'm a genius level intellect. There we go. Okay. Thank you for bearing with me. Let's get back to the stream. Let's get back to the show. Let's get back to you. You and me and Florian DeCupper's wonderful Campfire. I like games like this just because they're more like toys than anything else. And for some reason that's really cool for me, because it's something that you can make stuff up with, like that stupid song that I was doing. So the idea was to create a streaming show that does something different and interesting with the streaming show format. You watch a lot of Let's Plays and you watch a lot of streams, and it's people streaming shows and being good at games and everything like that. Oh gosh, Ken Ruse, I wish that you could play this game with me, because right now, like, it's 2-player, but it's local multiplayer. You've got one person on the mouse who's doing left click, and right click, and the other person is holding one of the letters that corresponds to the key here, so I'm touching A, and then you press up and down to strum up and down. But so, like, if I want a version of this that has more instruments and that you could host online, and we could all have our own little group chat or something like that. But anyway, that's one of the cool things about streaming, in my opinion, is that there is at least some room for back and forth with your community. And some streamers have such a huge community that's just not possible. But I'm doing niche things for a tiny, like, it's weird games for weird people done weirdly, and I'm like, my sense of humor is not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that, because that means I can keep this small, keep it personal, and we can have these little conversations. I say, if you guys want to make some games that do this, that allow us all to get together and basically just play with toys and have a chat and just talk to one another, that'd be great. So yeah, the section, I'm not explaining this very well. Here's the basic format that I'm thinking of for Crossing the Streams and making this kind of a weekly thing, maybe more for longer games that I want to play through and stream with everybody, or if I want to do a different series, whatever. But so my basic format is going to be something like this. Intro, which is going to be done in this voice, saying extremely strange things, and then looking at you and saying you've had the misfortune of watching Crossing the Streams, a weird streaming show about weird games for weird people. And then hold up a tape recorder that has a song on a cassette that yes, unfortunately, that's part of the joke. Also because I'm slightly terrified. Thank you for LMA Ocean. Thank you for watching and being a part of this test episode. If you get ready to work, I hope you have a good time at work. But yeah, now I've lost my train of thought. Thanks very much, man. Have a great time. I look forward to having you watch more Crossing the Streams. But so the idea is have that intro, play a song, and if possible, I'd love to talk to Connor Sherlock because some of his music is like my favorite weird music. Don't worry, you're totally fine, LMA Ocean. Bye. Thank you so much for watching this test episode. I would love to get Connor Sherlock to write a I probably could commission him to write an opening for the show. And then I'd play it on into the microphone off of a cassette because I love stuff like that, and it degrades, it's distortion, I don't know. I like old 80s and 90s media because of the glitch and the distortion and just how unclean it is, like how susceptible to corruption it is. Because then you can do a lot of scary things, like if a ghost is in the room, it's going to start screwing up your VHS tape, right? And that's kind of creepy. But so I want to evoke that feeling, and then as soon as the theme is done, just start talking and playing the game. Today we're going to be playing this. It's about this. Start playing. I'll do my playing and thinking out loud while playing the game, and pick lots of different games. Once we finish that, I'd like to jump over. I want to do two things, and maybe not both of them every single time. But I want to either have a fireside chat with the stream, and with people here in the chat, and just talk, ask questions, or have people ask me questions, either beforehand or whatever, that I can just I can answer the questions, be talking during the lag, and then when it shows the next question shows up in the chat, I can look at it, and then we can go back and forth, you know? This can be a show that's interactive, almost like a game in and of itself. Because that's one of the cool things about streams, that it's live and interactive. I don't think enough people are making use of that. And how cool would that be? You know, we get together at a certain time or place. It's like having a club. It's a club for weird people playing weird games. Weirdly. So I want to do that. And if possible, I'd also love to have Skype calls with creators or with people on the show doing interviews or conversations back and forth. So that's the format. Intro, play the game, and then talk about it, either with, if it was a multiplayer game, the people I played it with, or Q&A with the chat, or the creator themselves. And also... yeah, anyway, I think that'd be interesting. What I would do is I would paste pictures of whoever I'm interviewing over the heads of the people here. So, like, that monkey. If Kitty Horror Show was ever to get on the stream, I would, like, when we were doing the fireside chat interview talk segment, I'd just put a picture of her head right here. And then I would be over here and say, hey, welcome to our fireside chat. And, every once in a while we just goof off, and it'd be this really informal, fun thing that we could all get together and interact with and everything like that. I also am thinking of different ways to kind of up the weird factor, up the creep factor. Not creep, but weird. I want to have a recurring character named Mrs. Dark. And Mrs. Dark does not have a single person that, not one person is going to be Mrs. Dark in every episode, and they might not be in every episode. But whoever is playing Mrs. Dark is going to be speaking through their microphone that has kind of like that FBI text filter thing, or not text filter, but garbled filter. So Mrs. Dark is always talking in distorted and like the creepy distortion thing when you're in witness protection and you also want to be on a documentary for some reason. And I have a couple people in mind who probably wouldn't mind remaining anonymous and have interesting things to say about games that could be with me on the Skype call right here, talking and doing Q&As and everything like that. Or if I'm playing something multiplayer like DayZ, they could be on the Skype call that we're using to communicate and just playing weird games with weird people in weird ways. And I want Crossing the Streams to be something that has the freedom to really, really experiment. Seth Noobs, sorry, we just finished Sunset Spirit Steel, and right now we're kind of talking about the future of this show, Crossing the Streams, which is a weird show, a weird streaming show about weird games for weird people. Yeah, right now we're just talking about. Anyway, what do you guys think? Do these potential directions sound interesting? I definitely am going to make it weirder. I've got lots of different episodes, like themes and stuff of games that I can play, because I'd probably make it at least an hour long of a show, which would mean I'd need more material. But how does that sound to you? Does that sound interesting to you? Would you watch a streaming show once a week for an hour, where you look at a weird show, and then because it's a small group of people on the chat, we talk back and forth, have a Q&A, and maybe a special guest that we can talk about games, and we can talk about art, and we can talk about creepy weirdness, and that we can just be silly with. We can experiment with the streaming format in ways that most people would think are broken and bad, like the wrong thing to do for streaming. Let's do that. Let's try and see if we can make it work. Why not? That would be really fun. So it's almost like streaming as performance art while also playing games, being thoughtful, introspective about them, and having a community discussion going back and forth. What do you think about that? Let me know in the chat, and I will. I'll sing a song. I'll make up a song. Okay. No. Where's? There we go. So let's try that. I'm always a fan of friendly discussion and highlighting or analyzing weirdness. I am also a fan of that. I really like being weird. Sorry, this game is cool. We should totally come up with the theme on here. Thank you, InWhat123. I will keep you posted. If you want to follow the way that this is going to shape up, I would say, and I'll type this into the chat, follow me on Twitter at The Think Tanker. for more news and updates about the progression of Crossing the Streams. So that's another thing. Well, okay. Continue to weigh in on your thoughts about the format of the show, creepy things, weird things, just weird. I love weird, which is one of the reasons of why I like Welcome to Night Vale. Okay. Ooh. All right, Kitty Horror Show. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your games. I think you're great. And I bought your game, so because I love it, and I love all of your games. So thank you for being on the stream, for being with me here, for spreading the word, and for taking an interest in Crossing the Streams. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a good day at work. All right, bye. Thanks. For everyone that's left, what do you think of the format ideas that I've talked about? If you need me to repeat them, I can. This is a discussion. What questions do you have for me? And what do you think of the name Crossing the Streams? Let me know in the Twitch chat, and I will talk during the lag of those questions being asked to you hearing them on the stream to then put your answers in. So, I picked Crossing the Stream. I didn't pick Crossing the Streams. I had a friend suggest the name to me, which, Kaylin, if you are watching, you're awesome. Crossing the Streams works on 3 different levels. It's a one, it's a nerdy reference to Ghostbusters. 2, it tells you that it's a streaming show, Crossing the Streams. And 3, Crossing the Streams is something that you probably shouldn't do because it might have catastrophic problems and destruction. And but we're going to do it anyway, just to see what happens. That's kind of the approach I want to take. That's the similar thing. Crossing the Streams, the show. Something you probably shouldn't do. It's a streaming show done in a weird way. But we're going to do it anyway and see what happens. Maybe it'll blow up the universe. But maybe it'll save us from Zool. Ghostbusters. Oh. Oh. Oh no. There we go. Crossing the streams, something that you should not do. Crossing the streams, something that you should not do. Anyway, what do you think? Have you heard? Have you any thoughts? Goodbye. Sorry. Oh, I might be the only person in here. Nope, Ken Ruse is still here. Well, anyway, that's the idea. We're hopefully in the future. Things have gone pretty smoothly for this test run. I don't see any huge problems between the quality of the stream and everything else. Yeah. So, Ken, while you still have some time, if you still have some time, let me talk about some ideas. Some themes for different shows that I want to, or games that I want to play during Crossing the Streams. I want to have a 24-hour mountain marathon. Mountain, the game where you watch a mountain. And during that time, I would just have, you know, different guest stars every hour and talk to them and do different Q&As and stuff like that. That would be something far in the future once people actually care to play. But I also don't want to limit it just to video games. I also want to play role-playing games, and I would probably do those episodes on Google Hangouts instead of Twitch. But I mean, that's doable. I want to play DayZ with a bunch of my friends, one of them being Mrs. Dark, and having a dark, creepy voice over Skype, just talking, and DayZ is one of my favorite games, and I can get into that later. But so I'd like to do an episode of DayZ where a bunch of friends, maybe even Kitty Horror Show or other people, just anybody, we get on and we do. Honestly, I kind of want to organize a huge sermon in one of the churches in DayZ. Really delayed behind your stream, but that sounds good. Yeah, the delay is a problem. I've got to figure that out. And it's probably got to do with my internet. But if I can figure it out, that'll make this process a lot easier. But so yeah, I want to do DayZ. I want to do an episode that's about, I want to do an all Twine games episode, just an hour, 2 hours of straight Twine, and one of the great things about that is that because it's reading, we can have my radio quality voice, my self-styled radio quality voice, reading beautiful, wonderful Twine games, and, learning what they have to say about us. Yeah, I don't know if... Oh, but, so I want to do some really weird surrealism stuff. I want to play... If you read Offworld, which is the new, kind of alt games, or games blog on Boing Boing that's being run by Lee Alexander, which is really good. Yeah, look up Offworld. But she recently ran an article about several different games where the game tells your fortune, and I want to have a stream that's basically I talk to people on Twitter first and give them my Skype name, so that they can call in and I can read their fortune for them. Like they'll ask questions and I'll use these fortune-telling games to read them their fortune, almost like an internet streaming weird gaming Miss Cleo. I think that could be interesting. Just kind of looking at, because I mean, that's fortune-telling games are kind of like this game, Campfire. They're toys, they're oddities. I still think they're games. A lot of people would say they're not games, but I don't care about that argument. It's totally boring to me, but they're fun to play with. So fortune-telling, an episode based around different fortune-telling games, showing people their fortunes, and kind of maybe talking to some people who either designed these games or have opinions or experiences with these games, getting them to talk on and getting to hear their thoughts during this kind of campfire chat session. Another thing I want to do is... Oh gosh, I lost it. It was just here on the tip of my... Oh! One thing I want to do is I want to play the game The Graveyard, which is by... Oh gosh, I can't remember who made it. It's by the same people that made Bientôt Leet. Anyway, it's a game where you are an old lady, you walk through a monochrome graveyard, you sit on a bench and you meditate and kind of think about it, and then 5 minutes in, you die. I want to play The Graveyard and have a bunch of writers write in essays or stories about their personal experiences with death. And while we're sitting in the graveyard in the game, I would, with my sonorous voice, I would read different readers' thoughts on death. So anyway, that's what I was thinking. So, it looks like everybody's gone, but I hope you enjoyed it. I think this is going to be great. I'd like to get more interaction, but there's not much I can do about that. So now, I'm going to end the stream, which I don't have a way to end the stream yet. I haven't figured something out. Maybe that'll be a thing that, well, every time that we play, it'll be different. Go, monkey, go. Alright, let's try another song before we go. And then I'll put the rest of this on YouTube and you can just watch it. Just put the rest of it on YouTube and we'll just watch it. It'll be great. Thanks for watching. I think this is a thing that we could do, and it would be really cool. And if you miss the stream, I'll just upload it to YouTube, and you can watch it later. You just won't get to be a part of it, which is the idea, I mean, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. I'll see everybody later. Thanks. Bye. I'll figure out a way to get out of quit. Yep. Goodbye. 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 Oh, my microphone's still on. Well, crossing the streams. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.